What's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, back with another Raising Kanan Season 4 and Beyond theory. I want to talk about Jukebox becoming Kanan's main antagonist, and if not the main antagonist, at least she would be like a side antagonist in regards to Kanan's story, especially after the death of Marvin, after Rock leaves the picture, Lou leaves the picture, and especially after Ghost and Tommy come into the picture. The reason why we need to discuss this video, the reason why I'm making this video is because I feel like a lot of people are maybe overlooking some things when it comes to the complexities of Jukebox's and Kanan's relationship, especially from what we've seen in the OG Power timeline as far as Jukebox and Kanan's relationship. And the fact that the writers will definitely make it so that the Jukebox that we've seen and the way she was with Kanan in the OG Power series will be displayed as far as to how did they get there during the course of Raising Kanan for whatever we got left in the series, and also when it comes to Power Origins, because Jukebox will definitely be a part of that as well, because there's a lot of story left for her. And of course, people like Marvin, Lou, Rock, they all have to be gone, right? So without further ado, let's get to it. Now, the reason why I say Jukebox will become Kanan's main antagonist, and at least if not that, one of the people who gives Kanan the most trouble, even if it's not in the streets, but more importantly, mentally and psychologically, is for the fact of this. You've seen who Jukebox was in the OG Power series, whereas she was somebody who was very manipulative of Kanan, right? In a way where she could persuade Kanan to move a certain kind of way. Now, she doesn't exactly have that effect on Kanan now. Kanan is always going to be his own man. But she will really become like an antagonist. Like, she will really start resembling the boogeyman, the bad guy that she was in OG Power, after Rock is out of the picture and Marvin is out of the picture and Lou is out of the picture, and when we see Breeze is around and Ghost and Tommy is around. Now, the reason why I say those things have to fall in line first, including Jukebox has to go to the military first and then come home. And when she comes home, I believe is when she probably may never meet Breeze, right? Because Breeze is probably going to be a recluse. But she's definitely going to come home and then meet Tommy and Ghost, which partly leads her to being an antagonist, is for the simple fact of this. Jukebox isn't dark enough yet. Jukebox has to lose Marvin. And then Kanan is not vulnerable enough yet. Kanan has to lose Rock. Both of these people have to be gone. And with those two people gone, even if Lou is still alive, Lou's not really a factor, because Lou doesn't even want to be in the drug business or in the murder business at all, right? Plus the fact that Lulu is going to be gone. So then once Marvin is gone, Jukebox will likely go to military school, right? Even people like Rock will encourage her, like, yo, listen, you don't want to be a part of this? Go ahead and leave, because this shit is hot. And then it's possible that if Rock is not gone by the time Jukebox leaves for military school, she will be dead or disappear while Jukebox is gone, thus leaving Kanan alone. Once Kanan is alone, then he has the influence of Snaps and Pop if they're around, but I feel like they're not going to make it out of season 4. But you definitely will have Breeze who's around, And then we're very, very close. We may even be months within the Raising Kanan timeline before Kanan finally runs into Ghost and Tommy and their whole thing develops, which I'm once again predicting Jukebox will be in the military. And by the time Jukebox comes home, she will have been scorned from whatever she's been through in the military. On top of the fact that she lost Marvin, she lost Rock, Lulu's probably going to be gone. Jukebox will view Kanan, rightfully so, as the only family she has left. The only family she has left. This will make her very possessive, right? Very mentally abusive, just like the likes that we seen her be with Kanan in the OG Power series. Y'all seen the effect that she had on Kanan and why it led to Kanan having to kill her. Not only will Kanan be the only family that Jukebox has left, but Jukebox will be the only family that Kanan has left, thus giving her that power over him, right? Because she's so used to Rock being this domineering presence, right? This strong woman in his life. He will allow Jukebox to become this woman. Thus, once she's home and she recognizes that Kanan has this life without her, she will decide for herself that, hey, Kanan, I don't want this for you. You could do better than this. I don't trust these people, right? We will see Jukebox come home from the military, meet young Ghost and Tommy, and she will be involved somehow, some way in what they have going on, even though I doubt she will be involved with drugs. But she will either be home, hitting licks with them because she's going to need a way to make money. I believe that we will see Jukebox come home at a time where she's home from the military, she's gone from the military, she lost her family, right? She doesn't believe she deserves love. She doesn't trust anybody to love them because she's due for another heartbreak. She will be somebody who is in a transitional phase in between a couple years of her coming home, dealing with Kanan and young Ghost and Tommy, and then her ultimately deciding to go to DC, right, and become an officer and join the academy before becoming an officer, which will not happen until Kanan is in prison already for about 2 years. So she will have time to really be around Ghost and Tommy, right? After she comes home from the military. Now also, we have to take into account the fact that it's 91, 92, 93 within the Raising Kanan timeline. Jukebox would have to graduate from high school first and have a diploma before she goes to the military. So that means she's already 18, as was verified by Marvin the end of last season. She's already 18. That means she's in her very last year of high school. Around the time where she completes high school, bad things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. Maybe she leaves before Marvin goes, maybe not. But she's going to leave, and then it takes minimum of 2 years to serve in the military. So if it's 92, she won't come home till at least 94, right? By that time, Kanan has already begun to get familiar with young Ghost and Tommy. If it's 93 in the timeline already, she will not come home till at least 95. But I'm predicting that she will probably do 2 to 4 years. I believe it's a maximum of 6 years of service. I don't believe she's going to take up the whole 6. I believe there's a minimum of 2, maximum of 4. So now, if she leaves and the timeline is 1993, that means she will come home in 1997. By that time, Kanan is well over 20 years old. In 96, Ghost and Tommy meet Breeze, and then they really become a real like team as far as Breeze at the very top, Kanan's the underboss, and Ghost and Tommy are right under them, with Ghost and Tommy having their plans to come up in the game. Around that time is when Jukebox comes home, and she is jealous of the relationship that Kanan has with these other people because she is home. She's still grieving in her own way. She missed a lot of time out with Kanan. And then in the process of this, Kanan will also become a young father. Famous is going to be gone. There's a lot of things that will contribute to Jukebox not only being jealous of all the other people who are in Kanan's life, but also her feeling like she wants to have some kind of authority over Kanan, because if you have a big sister, even though Jukebox is Kanan's cousin, she was raised by Rock and instructed to deal with him and raised as if she's his big sister. We all know, if we have big sisters, including myself, that your sister acts like your mom. Your sister is always going to want to tell you what to do, right? Your sister is always going to want to meddle in the things that you got going on. Thus, towards the end of Raising Kanan, right, going into Power Origins, when they tell the main Kanan story, we will have Jukebox either come home. We will have Jukebox come home around this time where Kanan has all this going on, and she will begin to meddle. She will begin to have a mental effect on Kanan that has him questioning himself and has him not so sure of himself. And I believe that those things that Jukebox done to him is the reason why he was able to be so manipulative and confuse someone like Ghost and get him to kill Roller for absolutely no reason. And this is my explanation of how and why Jukebox will become Kanan's main antagonist when she comes home from the military, and also after she meets Ghost and Tommy. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God-gifted. That's touched by an angel. That's on the dome, nigga.